Welcome back, Arbor League, and today we are checking out not one, not two, but three Pokemon that have received move updates this season. One of them being last Saturday's buff, and I'm not talking about Blastburn. Do you need it? Well, that's what we're going to decide today. Apologies for not getting this out sooner, work's just been slow last week, so I've been out job hunting because I need money, because we're not monetized yet. So if you are enjoying the content, tickle all those buttons down below, like, subscribe, turn notifications on, the whole shebang, mucha apreciado. This information is still useful for when Great League comes back, or if you have these mods in Ultra League, you can still try this team or any of these characters. So we got Skeledirge today in the lead with Incinerate, new move Torch Song, and Shadow Ball. Cradily with Bullet Seed, newly buffed Rock Tomb, and Grass Knot, and Roserade with newly added Poison Sting, Weather Ball, and Leaf Storm. The ABB style team today, we're not too worried about the rating, we're just having fun using this team, testing out all the moves. Haven't seen any Bastiodon around lately, so we're pretty safe running Fire Double Grass. Lure out those newly buffed water types in the front so we can get them with the grass in the back. So Drapion and Mandibuzz leads are sort of awkward, but we survive one dark move barely. One non-stab Aqua Tail, and Dark still have to respect the super effective disarming voice minus the part poisons. The Ice Water leads are kind of awkward too, but they're pretty neutral. We use Cradily for the safe swap. We outpace to the Rock Tomb debuff, then we can take an Icy Wind or Azu's non-stab Ice Beam better. Now Grumpig is a core breaker. Both Dynamic Punch and Shadow Ball wreck this team, so we get outpaced by the new move of Psywave as well. So checking out these updates, it's time to play a game called What Did We Have, What Did We Get, and What Does This Mean? Or WTF mate, what's the future? So Skeledirge, recommended moveset on pvpoke was Incinerate, Disarming Voice, and Shadow Ball. Its Ghost type makes it weak to Dark type moves, and Disarming Voice gives it that coverage move for the counters. Non-stab on it, however, we do get stab on the Shadow Ball for the heavy hitting nuke. Disarming Voice only costing 45 energy to do 70 damage, achieving a 1.55 DPE. What we got, Torch Song and Blastburn. We see Torch Song costs the same amount of energy, does the same damage, but 100% of the time increases the attack by one stage. It does take 16 turns to get there, and we lose the coverage, but we get stabbed from it being a fire type move. And what do we mean by debuff and boosts? Well, I have a chart here just to refresh everyone on stat changes and game mechanics. This is what happens when you get boosted or debuffed. So when you get boosted, either attack or defense, you get 25% added on to your original stat. Then if it's twice buffed, 50%, 75%, and 4 times 100%, basically double your original stat. But if you get debuffed, -1 is 20%, -33%, -42%, and 50%, half of what the stat was. So we see Disarming Voice does 70 damage, so once boofed it's 87.5, twice it's 105, 3 times if you get there 122.5, and 4 times 140, twice the amount. So Blastburn, we all know, is an extremely strong move even when resisted. It only costs 5 more energy for 110 damage, achieving a 2.2 DPE. On the surface it seems better, but Incinerate gains 20 energy per turn, but is a 5-turn move, so technically it only gains 4 energy per turn. The count for Torch Song is 3 Incinerates, then 2 Incinerates, straight 3 2s. Blastburn is an alternating 3 2s. Torch Song paces the same as Fly for comparison, and Blastburn paces the same as Flame Charge. So mathematically, 2 Blastburns come through before Torch Song boosts enough to do about as much damage as Blastburn. However, Shadow Ball already does 100, right? So with 1 boost, it does 125. So in my opinion, it's preference. Blastburn is just quicker than Shadow Ball, but slower than Torch Song. Cradily had Bullet Seed, then you could run Rock Slide or Stone Edge for the Rock move and the Grass Knot. Or Bulldoze. No debuffs, still decent Rock type moves, but now it has Rock Tomb, which in itself got 2 buffs. Went from 70 to 80 damage, and now gets the guaranteed attack drop, -1 for the opponent. Before it was just a random chance, but any move with the debuff potential is good, right? This makes Cradily more versatile, especially against all the newly buffed water types, so it's great in lead, great as a safe swap because its unique typing allows it to core break a lot of teams, taking neutral from a lot of its monotype weaknesses like, fire, flying, ground, etc. So its only real hard counter would be like a fighter or a steel, like ice can be a problem, but for the steel we have a bulldoze as well. It's spammy and only has hard hitting charge moves, so it's great for shield pressure, right? The bulk is moderate, but on the downside it does lose CMP to a lot of other heavy hitters. So usually you're giving up at least a shield as well to lower the attack first, and then you let their debuff to move through, possibly allowing it to flip switch or get another shield and shields down. Stone Edge is still better for damage output, but not necessarily needed in the Great League, right? Everything's a lot less bulky, and you still want that Grass Knot pairing for coverage purposes, just so you're not walled by the Mud Boys, as the ground does resist rock types. Now for Roserade, I'm only using energy management or energy gaining moves. Razor Leaf doesn't count. So by far, Bullet Seed still gains the most energy per turn, like per Bullet Seed, but not per turn. So mathematically, Poison Sting gains better energy. So we compare Bullet Seed gets 13 energy, but it's a 3-turn move, so it only yields a 4.3, whereas Poison Sting gets only 9 energy, but it's only a 2-turn move, so it yields a 4.5. So those 2-turn moves are usually better for that, right? Taking less turns to get to that move is better. You do lose the grass coverage, fast move pressure for water type, so you still need that Leaf Storm to keep that coverage. Because Dazzling Gleam is a thing now. The good news is that the energy cost has been decreased, which is great, but the bad news is it got nerfed, so it only does 90 damage down from 110. I've tried it. It's not great. It doesn't hit as hard as you think it would. Say the Mandibuzz match, for example. You do soften it up and get it ready for a more manageable farm down by something else, but that's about it. Especially with Air Slash, right? Like, you still lose. You just cannot flip that match. Roserade is also very glassy. It needs shields. Despite resisted, it can barely take a Hydro Cannon, so you might get a shield, but Dazzling Gleam loses you all those water matches, which is what your grass is for, right? So maybe it has play in niche cups, but not in open, in my opinion. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on, because there will be much more Pokemon Go content to come. Actions like subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing go a long way to boost my videos into the algorithm and notifies you when I upload a new video. Until then, I've got lots more spicy, anti-meta content on my channel to check out in the meantime, which also helps me too. And don't forget to join the Discord, where you can get help from other like-minded PvPers in the community, chat, hang out, stream some sets, raid, post some memes, or just have fun in a welcoming community where everyone likes to help each other out. And we might be straight out of TMs, but we are not straight out of merch. Check out my site with lots of hats, tees, hoodies, mugs, or phone cases with the Arbor League branding. This helps me out too, as we are not yet monetized, so check it out, see if anything piques your interest. But that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you again so much for watching and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. But until next time, keep your sticks in the ice. I've been ArborAndy, and I'll see you buds in the next one.